Hi guys, it's Cassie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a seasoned subscriber. Today we are going to be talking about, are the most classic luxury items really worth it? Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie. I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Guys, are you ready? Let's go. Obviously, they are worth it to a certain extent for whatever reasons, but I'm just going to talk about my experience with those items if I've had experience, what some of the cons might be with these items or things to consider, or if I just think that they're all around great and worth it and all of that. The first item is one of my all-time faves, and that is the Burberry Trench coat. Why do I love this? I think that this is a piece that can transcend so many styles. You know, a lot of classic pieces, you maybe have to have a certain style or lean on the more elegant side in order to make it work or whatever. With the trench, I disagree. This just carries through so many different styles. You can be elegant and wear it like that and more understated, or you can be like cool and more streetweary and wear it just draped on your shoulders or whatever. There are so many ways to wear the Burberry Trench that I truly think this is one of the best classic luxury pieces of all time. No cap, don't at me, all of the other slang that the kids are using, okay? Another thing to mention about the Burberry Trench is that you're not limited if you're on the shorter side. They do it in 2 lengths. And the other thing is that I think it suits so many different body types. You have that belt that you can cinch in the waist, give you that kind of hourglass vibe. Truly a fabulous, fabulous piece. So worth it in my opinion. The next item, controversial item, the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. If you know about me and my channel, you know I've got one. I actually could not be bothered to go to the back of my wardrobe and pull this one out for you. Apologies, but we all know what a sodding Louis Vuitton Neverfull looks like. Do I think it's worth it? I think that this is totally down for your lifestyle. I got mine as my first designer bag when I was 16 and I rocked the out of it. Now, I just would not. It's not my vibe. I'm not really a tote person anyway. And aside from that, I am plagued by this bag every which way I look, living in London. I did a whole video on the reasons why you shouldn't buy this bag. That will be linked below. But I do understand why it is popular. I just think it is treated as a bit of a no-brainer, as in people seem to think, I want to get a designer bag, it's going to be the Neverfull. Whereas there are so many other bags that have similar kind of functionality and style and design that are being overlooked because the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is a no-brainer. Moving on to another bag, the Dior Lady Dior. Named after Princess Diana, everyone's fave. What a woman. This bag is good because it comes in a number of sizes. 4 sizes, I believe. They have everything from a mini up to a large. I don't think this bag is for everyone. Me being maybe not one of those people. However, I do think they do a really great job at the number of styles you can get a Lady Dior in, okay? So if you like that style but you want something a little bit more casual, maybe the D-Light Lady Diors are a really great option. You don't have to just go for the classic leather. They've got super overly embellished ones and fancy ones done by artists and whatever. Do I think it's a piece that's worth it? Yes. Do I think it's for everyone? No. Next classic luxury item, Chanel belly flats. A piece that I initially thought was for everyone. I thought this was something that I simply had to have as part of my luxury wardrobe, right? Aside from the fact that this style really doesn't suit everyone. And also I think the ballet flats in general have been a little bit, they've not been very in the past few years. They're never out, okay? It's a classic shoe style. But they're not as you know, popular and down with the kids as they once were, right? They do come in a load of colours, variations, fabrics. I personally found them very uncomfortable. Maybe this was my feet's way of letting me know that this isn't for you, Cassie. Don't try. Square peg, round hole. It's not meant to be for everyone. You know, they've not got padding in there. It's just straight onto the wood. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's just my personal experience, but those are my thoughts. Next classic luxury piece, the Max Mara Camel coat. Once again, initially one of those pieces that you think, wow, an essential. Everyone should have one of those wrap camel coats in their collection. I disagree. Now, I do think that they're beautiful. I think that they give you a very fashion editor vibe. She's just thrown on her camel coat and she's belted it. She is on her way, right? I get it. I get the vibes. I do think that they do work with a number of styles. I don't think they work as well as a trench for a couple of reasons. Number one, for some reason, the camel coat vibe gives me dressing gown vibes, which isn't a bad thing. I have been known to wear my Versace bathrobe out and about on the town. You should do it. It's a thing. It's a flex. But the sleeves. The sleeves are a little bit like bell sleeves. They're not cut straight. And that is giving me like Friar Tuck vibes. We're going to go back to a bag. The Fendi Baguette. And although my example here is a very trendy version of the bag, this bag, in the grand scheme of how popular some bags are, is very underrated and deserves a lot more respect, okay? Why? Comes in a delicious variation of four different sizes actually, if you want to talk about the real mini ones. A slew of colours and fabrics and sequins and whatever, okay? Obviously the more classic version is going to be your all leather with the Fendi Zucker print embossed in there, okay? It also has a bit more structure than this one. This one's a little bit de la sag because it's the fabric version, and obviously this is the trendy one. The versatility of this bag knows no bounds. Not only do you have the top handle, which you can clip on and off, but then you have the crossbody strap that you can clip on and off. You can take the handle off, whatever. Just the number of ways you can wear this bag. She takes you from day to night. Just like you can take it all off. Let's have an under the armpit clutch vibe, you know? So I honestly think that this bag is one of the classics that deserves a little bit more hype, a little more shout about it, shall we? Number 7, Gucci Loafers. Now, once again, I feel like these are kind of similar to the Chanel Ballet Flat. However, I've heard much more positive feedback about the comfort of them. I think that they wear in very nicely, a mould to the foot, all of that. They do a few kind of style variations, but not very many, and I do think that these are very style specific. I think that they're a great work shoe if you want to give like a little bit of a Gucci work flex, like, oh yeah, with my horse bit, going for it kind of thing. The next classic item, which is a new one, you know, relatively new that I have, is the Baumann Blazer. And truly, I don't know why it took me this long to get it. She lives very comfortably in my wardrobe. This was her home all along, you know? This piece is fabulous, but it is not for everyone, and I'm going to tell you why. The sizing is a bit all over the place. I have got a size, what are we dealing with? I have a size 38, right? 99.99% of the time I wear this, it's open. And I think that that's the way that the Baumann employees actually say that it is worn. However, if I were to button this up, I look like an idiot. It doesn't fit in the way you would expect this kind of tailored blazer to fit the average person's body. So do keep that in mind if maybe you want to wear it closed and everything else. The other thing is, because of the structured shoulders and the arms, you're a little bit restricted movement-wise, okay? Don't expect to complete an Olympic gymnast's routine in this blazer. If you want a bit more mobility and flexibility in your blazer, maybe this isn't the one for you. And popular one, classic Chanel flap. You know how I feel about this bag. I love it. I admire it from a distance. Nothing inside of me, however, is telling me to make the jump. It is one of the best investment bags, keeps going up in price. The number of variations as well, they do it in so many different colours, hardware, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to tell you this. Much like the Lady Dior, I think that there is very close to being a Chanel flap for everyone, but not quite, okay? There is still a small percentage of us that aren't getting the butterflies, but maybe you might with seasonal versions. But I'm talking about if you want to keep it classic, you just want a classic Chanel flap kind of thing. I think it's for 80% of people, but not quite everybody. I am going to give this the respect that it deserves and call it a classic, because it is. The Versace Silk Baroque shirts. This one was from the Tribute collection a couple of years ago, and it actually tells you like what year the print was from. So this was from the Spring-Summer 1992 collection. Now, intimidating? 100%. I get it. I get that some of you, when you see this, you're like, oh my gosh, turn the saturation down. My eyes simply cannot handle it. I get it. However, this is one of those items that can be dressed up and dressed down so easily. And it is a look in itself. You really don't have to think about it. If you want to go for a day look, you wear it with jeans, simple white trainers, off you go. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's like absolutely killing it. Little do they know, it is all the shirt. For a night look, you wear it with all black. Done. That's it. Some black trousers, a black skirt, black heels. You are done. It is that easy. That's why I love this piece. I personally have it a little bit oversized, just because that's my vibe, but you can have more fitted ones. I think that if it's a little bit oversized, you can style it out in different ways. Oh my gosh, you could wear this as a fabulous beach cover-up for Miami. Miami vibes, honestly, give them all to me. It will not be everybody's cup of tea, but for those of you that are a little bit like, maybe I can't pull it off, but I like it, then maybe you should just try. I would love to know what you thought about what I said about each of these items. Is there anything you agreed, disagreed with, whatever? Let me know if you want a part 2. I'm going to link to another video here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.